Hi everybody, it's Ramona here again from Connect to Your Angels with the weekly Oracle card reading for April the 28th through to May the 4th. So a couple of really cool developments recently, in fact this week. Number one is I'm finally getting into the sports medicine doctor about my injured knee, hence the workout gear. So I'll be leaving for that appointment shortly, so fingers crossed. I will be back to running very, very soon. Also, I've hit over 1,200 fans on my Facebook page, so I'm really excited about that. And if you haven't had a chance to check it out, I invite you to jump over there and say hi. It's facebook.com/connect2yourangels.com. Recently I've been posting some really helpful techniques on there and some tips to help you connect better with your angels. So you might want to run over there and check that out. And if you like it, feel free to share it with some other people and spread the love. And what else? Oh, yeah, it's finally kind of spring-like here. Our snow finally melted, although no sooner did that happen that I was checking out the yard and noticed I already have weeds coming up. So not too happy about that, but it did give me a great spark of an idea for this week's blog post and special angel message. So if you don't get that, you will maybe want to sign up for that as well. And you can go do that on my homepage, my website, www.connect2yourangels.com, and just put your name and email info in that little box, so then you can also get my my blog posts for the week and lots of cool insights that come along with that. Anyhow, we're going to get started with the reading. I'm again working with this honkin' huge double deck. So I'll try my best to shuffle through these and we'll choose our 3 cards for this coming week. Okay, we'll take that one for Monday, Tuesday, and that one for Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, this one just, okay, we got to keep that one. Okay, that's going to be for Saturday, Sunday. And interesting enough, these all are from the Angel Therapy deck, even though I had 2 different decks of cards in there. Okay, so just want to make sure they're in the right order. Okay, you know what? Some of these are repeats, I think. I have to go back to look at last week's reading. Oh, I'm going to fall out of my hand. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Sacral Chakra. Sacral Chakra, again, is the second chakra, kind of located in your abdominal area. Its color is orange, and it's tied to your creative force. And this message, though, is really about your sensitivity in terms of that area, and it's saying, you know, right now you're really sensitive to things like chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now, and to really respect those sensitivities by avoiding, you know, those harsh situations, items, or relationships. So if you have noticed that all of a sudden maybe it's not all of a sudden either, it could be this has been building or you've been noticing it over time. And that's how the angels work, right? If they want you to do something or change something in your life, they will nudge you in that direction, but they will keep doing that over and over and over and over again. So if this is something that you've been noticing over time, then really this is, again, their way of saying, please pay attention to this. It's something that needs action in some way, shape, or form. So if you notice as you eat certain foods, you feel bloated or discomfort or heartburn or issues around that, or you get, you know, skin irritation or something like that that's going on, or your energy is low and you feel whacked out after eating certain things, note that and maybe do an experiment. They're showing me like a white lab coat. It's like you kind of have to be a mad scientist sometimes with yourself and experiment. Take things away from your diet for a time and see how that makes you feel. Do you notice any changes? Are you sleeping better, eating better, you're not having those reactions to your food that you're eating, or if you have skin problems, that's clearing up, whatever. Give it a good shot. So try to do this for a couple of weeks to really see and notice if there is a difference. Changing out some of the products that you're using, maybe around the home, or your health and beauty products, or your cleaning products, things like that. And noticing when you're in the space of certain people, how does their energy impact yours, right? If you know you're going to feel exhausted being in that person's presence, limit that as much as you can. And if you can't, because it's somebody you have to work very closely with or something like that, then at least take measures to protect yourself. And you can do that in various ways. You can call on Archangel Michael and ask him to shield you in the white light of God's love and divine protection. You can work with some crystals. Again, if you want to go to my YouTube channel, which is, again, Connect to Your Angels, I have some videos there that talk about protecting your energetic space and things that you can do to ward off negativity, so you can check those out. And really, you want to be very almost rigid in that practice, because I have even gotten sloppy of late, and I really did notice an impact, and it wasn't good. Let's just put it that way. So this is something you have to make it a routine, and really put it into practice, and be strong in that practice. Don't get sloppy, so that you can have the best benefit from that. Okay, so that's for Monday, Tuesday, especially of the week of the 28th, but this is something you can put into practice all the time, okay? So don't just think of it on those 2 days and then kind of forget. Really try to work on some of this stuff, okay? And you can also work with orange on those days to boost your sacral chakra. All right, middle of the week. Oh my gosh, this is almost identical, I think, to last week's reading, no joke. And these cards were shuffled like over and over because I've been using them. Okay, workshops and seminars is coming up again, middle of the week. So if you are wanting to further yourself in a specific area, you've been sitting on the fence, kind of wishy-washy about it, but you've had those intuitive nudges, it's like you're going through that tug of war between your heart, what your heart is telling you, what your head is telling you, really pay attention to your gut feelings and notice why you're drawn to this specific training, because it's probably the angels speaking to you and guiding you on to take this now. The timing is right. They've finally lined everything up in perfect timing so that, all the ducks are in a row. And now it's they're turning it over to you, your turn to take that guided action. That's what it's about. They can't help you if you don't walk out the legwork part of it. So if you've been getting those prods, those nudges, this is your time to please take that guided action and move forward. If there's fear around that, because maybe it's, not in your budget right now, there's always money. There's always money. So ask your angels to help you find the funds to, so that you can take this kind of training, whatever it is. But also, it's not about money being plunked in your lap. Really do some digging around and figuring out where you're spending your money, right? If you're buying $5 Starbucks every day, what's more important to you? That coffee that you could also make at home, or actually the angels are saying, why don't you get off coffee? That kind of goes back to this about being sensitive to things, especially caffeine, because it is a stimulant. And if you're trying to hear your angels and you drink a lot of caffeine in coffee or soda, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're going to be very impacted by that, and it's going to impact your ability to really get a clear connection with, your guidance, your angels, your source, your whatever. So anyway, I go off on a tangent about that, but that's kind of what they're telling me. But really take a hard look at where you're spending your money, and there's probably something there already that you can maybe scale back a little bit and put that money into something that's going to benefit you, and you are going to actually have a positive outcome instead of, something that it's kind of going out of your pocket and you'll never see a result from, right? So think about that. And, a lot of you are using that money mindset, I can't afford it, to block you from moving forward and pushing through that barrier to get to your next step of your evolution and where you need to be. So think about that as well. You're going to need to retrain your mindset or get out of that limiting belief and replace it with a new, healthier belief so that you can finally move forward in that area that you're supposed to, okay? At the end of the week, again, I'm pretty sure this is a repeat from last week, indigo. Some of you may have done that little research from last week and looked up what the character traits and hallmarks of an indigo person are, and if you were doing that and nodding and going, holy moly, this really describes me, and you want to learn more, that can also tie in with these types of workshops or things that maybe you're looking at to learn more about what indigo really is, so you can fulfill your destiny of why you're here on the earth at this time if you are an indigo. And again, just as a recap, what indigo means, it's a term used to describe certain people who've incarnated or come to the earth at this time because they have a special job to do. And that job is about sort of recreating, more about, I guess, breaking down the establishment of where we are right now, because change needs to happen. But we need those people who are going to be the change makers. And that's who the indigos are. So again, if you want to learn more about that, there's tons of resources out there, but I really recommend Reen Virtue's information. She has a book, The Care and Feeding of Indigo Children, and there's lots of great stuff there, because when you have kids, especially, who have these traits, it can be difficult to be a parent and to parent these children because you don't understand why they are the way they are. You just see them as being difficult. And so when you understand why they're being the way they are, then it kind of, it makes more sense. You can then learn to foster and let them enhance some of these abilities and skills that they have, because they're going to need that down the line, instead of trying to, change them or shift them away from that into something that they're not. So you want them to grow into their authentic self, not feel that there's something the matter with them and a label on them and making them shut down from who they really are and what their true path and purpose in this lifetime is. So kind of a week, again, to do a bit of homework, guys. Look around, see what's bothering you, what's impacting you, what's changing you, and then make some changes, positive changes, and take some positive steps to change those things, right? If you know it's not working for you, then don't fit into the definition of insanity. Don't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. You'll drive yourself crazy, because that's what it is. So step into it. Make some committed effort to change whatever you need to change, okay? Workshops, maybe that's part of your change process. Don't let the excuses hold you back, right? It's time now to step out of that, break free from your mind stories that are keeping you from being who you really are. And this is about maybe moving into who you really are, or understanding people around you and who they really are. Okay, so it's kind of a progression for the week, actually. So again, if you haven't signed up for the blog, get on to that, because guys, there's some good meat and potatoes there for you. Let me tell you, go to www.connect2yourangels.com and just enter your name and email on there, and you'll get the stuff. If you don't want it anymore, no biggie, just unsubscribe. That's easy peasy, okay? I just don't want you to miss out. And as I said, if you're looking for some more techniques, tools, tips, actual hands-on stuff you can do, get on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/connect2yourangels, because I post stuff there. And for the video instruction, then head over to YouTube, my YouTube channel, Connect to Your Angels, and we'll see you all here next week. Thanks.